I'm scared to death. Champ, aren't you afraid? I'm afraid of nothing. Yeah, well, okay, that didn't work out.
You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Now I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality.
Winning these fights and taking everybody down, at some point you're like, I'm unstoppable, I'm invincible.
Did you feel that fear, or that maybe it's a sense of failure or potential failure all your career?
Mike Tyson's fear. All right, let's dive into the fascinating world of Iron Mike Tyson and his unique approach to fear. Mike Tyson, the legendary boxer, renowned for his ferociousness in the ring, admits he's scared stiff before stepping into the squared circle with Jake Paul. It's like finding out Superman's got a fear of heights. But here's the kicker. Tyson doesn't see fear as a weakness. He sees it as his secret sauce for success. This ain't his first rodeo with fear either. Back in 2020, when he faced off against Roy Jones Jr., he was carrying some extra pounds and a whole lot of nerves. Yet he took the plunge anyway. That's just how Tyson rolls. You see, Tyson has this wild personality where he doesn't back down from fear. He charges straight at it like a bull seeing red. It's like he's saying, "Hey fear, you think you can mess with me? Think again." And that's what makes him a champ, both inside and outside the ring.
I'm scared to death. Champ, aren't you afraid? I'm afraid of nothing. Yeah, well, okay, that didn't work out.
Now I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality.
All right, legendary boxer Mike Tyson is getting back in the ring.
Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. And that's my personality. I don't think he's faster than me.
Now let's rewind a bit. Tyson's fear-conquering journey didn't start in 2020. It goes way back. From his early days as a troubled youth to becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history, fear was always lurking in the shadows. But Tyson didn't let it hold him back. He used it as fuel to propel himself to greatness. And here's where it gets really interesting. Tyson firmly believes that feeling fear is like having a superpower in the ring. It's what keeps him sharp, focused, and ready to unleash hell on his opponents. He once said, "Without fear, I would never go in the ring. It's like fear is his spidey sense, warning him of danger and pushing him to perform at his absolute best."
Did you feel that fear, or that maybe it's a sense of failure or potential failure all your career?
If I didn't have these feelings, I wouldn't go into this fight. I have to have these feelings to fight with. And then I got this. Man, you can't believe it, man.
So when Tyson admits he's shaking in his boots before facing Jake Paul, don't count him out just yet. If anything, that fear is a sign that he's gearing up for another epic showdown. After all, for Tyson, fear isn't a hurdle, it's a stepping stone to glory. And come fight night, you better believe he'll be ready to conquer his fears once again, one punch at a time.
And in reality, I'm invincible. I always believe that adversity or nervousness, it like pretty much catapulted me into success.
YouTube to the boxing ring. We're about to take a journey through the meteoric rise of Jake Paul from internet sensation to bona fide boxer extraordinaire. First things first, let's talk about Jake's transition from being a YouTube sensation to stepping into the squared circle as a professional boxer. Now, you might think, wait, isn't he just that guy who does crazy stunts and pranks on YouTube? Well, yeah, that's how he started, but somewhere along the way, Jake caught the boxing bug and decided to trade in his camera for a pair of gloves. And boy did he make waves in the boxing world.
Sexy than a motherfucker with this on. Hold up. I just picked what this was.
How do you know it's not even on yet?
Gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
From his first amateur bout to his recent victories over seasoned pros like Ryan Borland and Andre August, Jake has been on a tear. Some folks wrote him off as just another internet celebrity trying to cash in on the boxing craze, but Jake proved them wrong, one knockout at a time. Now let's break it down. Jake's boxing career has been nothing short of impressive. With a record of 9-1 and 6 knockouts to his name, he's proven that he's not just a flash in the pan. He's got skill, he's got power, and most importantly, he's got the heart of a true competitor. Sure, he might have started out as a YouTuber, but in the ring, he's all business. But what does Iron Mike Tyson, the OG of boxing, think about Jake's transformation? Well, Tyson isn't one to mince words. He's seen Jake go from posting goofy videos on the internet to training like a warrior for their upcoming showdown. And you know what? Tyson respects the hustle. He sees the fire in Jake's eyes, the determination to prove himself in the ring. Tyson knows that come fight night, Jake isn't going to be dancing around like he's back on YouTube. He's going to come at Tyson with everything he's got, and Tyson wouldn't have it any other way. Because at the end of the day, it's not about where you came from, it's about what you do once you're in that ring. And Jake Paul? Well, he's ready to show the world that he's more than just a YouTuber, he's a bona fide boxer ready to take on the best of the best. Blockbuster Showdown. Get ready to witness history in the making, because the Tyson-Paul Showdown is about to shake up the world of boxing like never before. First off, let's talk about the sheer anticipation surrounding this fight. We're talking about two titans of their respective worlds, Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight champ, and Jake Paul, the internet sensation turned boxing phenom. When these two collide in the ring, you know it's going to be fireworks.
I had to tell my family members that Mike Tyson
Sign the contract, big boy.
he signed a contract.
Well, I was in St. Bart's. And I don't know who you. Yeah, I was on somebody's boat, and he was there.
Everyone I've told so far has said, don't get in the ring with Mike. He's too hard of a puncher.
How do you look at him?
He's a very scared little boy.
Now let's talk numbers. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill boxing match, it's a bona fide blockbuster event. With the whole world watching, the Tyson-Paul fight is poised to break records. From pay-per-view sales to online streams, you can bet your bottom dollar that this fight will be racking up the views faster than you can say knockout. Speaking of pay-per-view sales, let's dive into that for a sec. We're talking millions of eyeballs glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting every jab, hook, and uppercut. People from all walks of life are tuning in to witness this epic clash of generations, and you better believe that the folks behind the scenes are rubbing their hands together in anticipation of the massive payday headed their way.
You heard it right, mother. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
He is stupid enough. No, listen, don't say that. He is stupid enough to do it.
Everyone just kept on asking me, including my mom, why would you step into the ring with Iron Mike Tyson?
But what about Iron Mike himself? Why is he stepping back into the ring at the ripe old age of 58? Well, it isn't just about the money, although let's be real, there's probably a hefty paycheck involved. Nope, Tyson's got something to prove. He's not content with just being a legend of the past. He wants to etch his name in the annals of history once again.
Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting. He is stupid enough. No, listen, don't say that. He is stupid enough to do it.
Tyson's motivation for participating in this fight goes beyond just setting records. It's about reclaiming his spot at the top of the mountain. He wants to show the world that age isn't nothing but a number, and that he's still got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the best of them. So when that bell rings and the crowd erupts, you better believe that Tyson will be ready to put on a show for the ages. And who knows, maybe he'll even add a few more records to his already impressive resume while he's at it. Uncertainties and doubts. Hold on to your hats, folks, because it seems like there's a bit of uncertainty swirling around the Tyson-Paul fight, and we're here to break it down for you. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Concerns about whether this epic showdown will actually happen. You see, organizing a boxing match isn't as simple as throwing on some gloves and hopping into the ring. There's a whole bunch of red tape involved, including getting the fight approved by the powers that be. Enter the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. These are the folks responsible for giving the green light to boxing matches in the Lone Star State. And let me tell you, they don't take their job lightly. They've got a whole checklist of criteria that need to be met before they'll even consider stamping their approval on a fight. But here's the thing. As of right now, it seems like the TDLR hasn't received all the necessary details about the Tyson-Paul fight, and that's got some folks feeling a little jittery. After all, with the fight scheduled to go down at AT&T Stadium in just a few months, time is of the essence.
It's our most valuable promotions event. My first time fighting in the stadium, Dallas, Texas.
They're Mike Tyson's gloves right here. Jeez, these are the ones I think in the video where you're just eating people alive. Winning these fights and taking everybody down, at some point you're like, I'm unstoppable, I'm invincible.
Now let's talk worst case scenario for a sec. Fight cancellations. It's the nightmare scenario that no boxing fan wants to think about, but it's happened before. Whether it's due to injuries, failed drug tests, or just plain old logistical nightmares, fights getting canned at the last minute is unfortunately not unheard of in the world of boxing. And let's not forget about the implications of a potential cancellation for Tyson and Paul. These two have been hyping up this fight for months, and to have it all come crashing down would be a major blow for both of them. Not to mention the disappointment for fans who've been eagerly anticipating this clash of titans.
Oh, okay, the guy's 57 years old, but he's a former undisputed world heavyweight king, and one guy plays computers for a living.
Listen, man, if Mike is taking this fight on, then evidently he knows exactly what he's doing.
You know, you got a legend in Mike Tyson. You've got a YouTube boxer who's come into the game and blew it up. And
Jake Paul announces his next opponent, Mike Tyson.
So if he took on a Jake Paul challenge, Jake Paul is going to have a problem.
But hey, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. As of now, the fight is still on the official event calendar for AT&T Stadium, so fingers crossed that everything gets sorted out and we get to witness this epic showdown come July. Until then, all we can do is sit tight and hope for the best. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.